The ability to be able to go from active duty into the National Guard, especially the Texas Army National Guard, was actually an easy process. I did 6 years on active duty. I was coming up on the end of my squad leader time as a rifle squad leader in 3rd Ranger Battalion. In 6 years and 7 combat deployments in that time, and my wife and being away from family, we decided it was a good time all together to be able to move back home to be closer to family. I have a greater respect for what the National Guard does in general now. Before, it was kind of amorphous. I didn't know exactly what they did. And seeing what we do in one 3 to 4 day drill is more than some active duty units do in a full month's time. And so the ability for us to be able to report, load out, conduct training, redeploy, turn in all of our sensitive items, and back home in 3 to 4 days is quite impressive.
I did not always plan on becoming a soldier. My family's lineage is in military service. I felt it was my duty to go do. I went to the recruiter's office and I said, I'd like to go with the best, and they said, well, the best is the Rangers. That was back when there was only certain slots, and I said, well, I need to go in right now, and they said, well, the best we can do is send you to the 82nd Airborne and jump out of planes, and I said, I'll take that. I was on active duty for a little over 4 years, from 95 until 2000. I left active duty to start a family. My wife had indicated that if we stayed in, she wanted me to do something other than being a paratrooper, so I'd be home a little bit more, and you can't take the paratrooper out of the band. I love the mission that the National Guard does, especially this specific unit, being able to be a part of the associated unit program, being able to be attached to the 173rd Airborne Brigade out of Vicenza. And the mission set that we get to do, we go overseas, we're jumping out of planes, we're jumping out of helicopters, we're air assaulting, we're doing all the things that an active unit does. And so what I gained is the ability to still do active duty things, but I still can have a family and a civilian career. My civilian job, I am a special agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Being in the Guard, it's a 1 weekend a month, for us 3 weeks out of the year, but there's always changes. And I find that some of my civilian counterparts maybe aren't always as adept to change, where through my active duty career and continued in the National Guard, I'm very good at change.